Did you ever fall in love with another person's smell? Maybe the smell of a beautiful man's armpit, or the fragrance of a woman's thighs, or why not the smell of a newborn baby's head? Did you ever feel aroused or intoxicated by another human's smell? Then probably you were affected by their pheromones. Pheromones are subtle smell particles that the brain does not perceive as actual smell, but those particles has a very important function in transmitting information from one human being to another. Because the pheromones are increasing certain hormones or neurotransmitter in the receiver of these subtle smell particles. For example, a human being who has a lot of touch, who has a lot of love in their life, and who has a lot of orgasms, their bodies will probably be filled with a hormone called oxytocin. Oxytocin, it has a very strong effect on the human psyche and the human well-being. So a person with high levels of oxytocin will feel more relaxed, will feel more content, joyful, social, and will get a better immune system, and it has a lot of positive benefits. One of the benefits is that if you have a lot of good sex or a lot of love in your life, and your body will be filled up with these hormones, your body will start to produce pheromones, these subtle smell particles that will be perceived by other people around you, which will make other people around you feel a little bit more relaxed than before, a little bit more content than before, and a little bit more social than before. So this is a very profound way that we are communicating with each other. Not only humans and animals are communicating with pheromones, trees and plants have something similar. Some years ago I met a man who was doing research on birch trees in the northern of Sweden. And he told me that the trees are transmitting something very similar to pheromones in order to warn other trees when there is a danger. So he gave me this example. Imagine there is a large area of birch forest, and there is a goat coming into this birch forest, and this goats start to eat from the lower branches of one of the trees. He can only eat that much because then he won't reach anymore, so he goes on to the next tree and he starts to eat the lower branches of that tree. When he comes to the fourth tree, that tree will have produced some kind of poison, like a plant poison, that will make him not want to eat exactly that tree within an area of, I don't know how big. But it's because the first trees that he chewed on, they were sending out these subtle smell particles that somehow the other trees could smell and recognize as, oh, there is danger going on. And when they recognize there is danger going on, their trunks or the tree will produce poison that prevents the goat to chew from the trees in that area. So it's a very intelligent way of the nature to prevent that a whole forest will be eaten by a goat. So for us humans, the pheromones are transmitting also danger. So for example, when a person is depressed or have a mental illness, when a person has anxiety and fear, their bodies will produce pheromones that will give people around them a sense of discomfort that will trigger the autonomic nervous system in the direction of fight and flight and stress mode. So people who are trying to hide their depression, trying to hide their anxiety, might not be able to do that because people will feel it from the subtle smell particles, the pheromones. The pheromones are also active when a woman is ovulating, for example. When a woman is ovulating, people will be more horny around her. And she will be, of course, more horny as well, but people will be more attracted to her. And the same goes for general horniness. So if you're horny, people will feel that on your smell, and that will activate the hormones in the bodies around you that has to do with horniness, and that will make other people horny around you as well. This is very important when it comes to choosing a mate. So the nature intended people with different immune system to mate and to meet, because that will make the most perfect outcome, the most perfect children. And so you will be attracted to someone who are on the opposite side of your immune system. You will be a good match depending on your internal constitution in a way. And the way you will recognize it is by the super attractive smell that you will feel around this person. So when you breathe in their groins or their neck or their armpit, you will be completely aroused and lose your head, and you will fall in love. And this is a sign that you go very well together to have children. So in the modern society today, we are using a lot of chemical soaps. In almost all of the soaps we have chemicals. And some people also wash their bodies with antiseptic. And this is very bad because it reduces the natural pheromones that are transmitted from person to person. And when we are washing away the sweat in this way, we will not be able to find the lover who will give us the most perfect children, or we will not fall in love the way nature intended it by this chemical love. We will fall in love for other reasons, for social reasons, like, oh, this is a handsome guy, or this is a guy who can give me a safe and protected life, but not the way nature intended it. The result of this we can see today, like so many couples are dealing with challenges like they can't get pregnant. And maybe there is nothing wrong with the man or the woman, but just their match is not good for producing children. So this is one of the results of getting away from the nature and seeing smell and body smell and sweat as something disgusting. Using intimate wipes to wipe your genitals, or too much perfume or deodorant, it will prevent people from smelling you, from falling in love with you, and it will prevent this subtle communication between humans that are so important for our safety and our